Based on Bloom's taxonomy, the third topic that I will be discussing is higher order thinking skills. These skills include evaluation, synthesis, and application of problem-solving skills. Assessment of these areas of learning is based on the ability to apply the knowledge and to think critically beyond just yes and no answers. In an authentic task, students should be encouraged to make decisions and consider knowledge through the scope of higher order thinking skills. When the students are using these skills, they should be able to still effectively answer questions even when they have never directly studied or seen the material before. So what do the experts think about the topic of higher order thinking? According to Linn Darling-Hammond's 1994 article, higher order thinking and testing has been on the decline since the mid-1970s with the advent of standardized testing in our schools. Students in our North America school system struggle to keep up. When asked to interpret problems utilizing our higher order thinking skills, most struggle to come up with results given the fact that they are lacking in the experience required to answer such questions. Kathleen Montgomery, 2002, also concurs with these findings. In her research, she has found that assessment is truly not mirroring real life and is not asking the students to utilize the higher order thinking skills. Testing in our school system is tending to be a lot of regurgitation, and because of this, the skills that will lead our students into their future successful careers are not being practiced and thus are not giving the skills the foundation that they need to be successful. Rhoda Cumming, 1999, also spends a lot of time in her research discussing higher order thinking skills. What she has found is that the skills are practiced, however, they are not challenged or constantly plussed or differentiated. As a result, understanding and thus transference of these skills can be harmed as a result. Students also need to learn how to use the skills to conduct the thinking process, more than just merely answer questions. A major goal of authentic assessment needs to be to cultivate higher order thinking skills and empower students to gain those transferable skills as a result of their testing and thinking process. So what does this mean in terms of classroom application? Well, for higher order thinking skills, there's quite a lot that are simple to do. For example, not only during a testing process, however, during the teaching and learning phase of the knowledge process, teachers are able to focus on cultivating these higher order thinking skills. This means that teachers can ask their students to use the knowledge to evaluate a problem, to apply it to their own lives, or to create something new as a result of the knowledge that they have just learned. Knowledge regurgitation is sometimes necessary, however, the major goal of our teaching and learning process should be to cultivate and to encourage these higher order skills. The final topic of discussion is mastery. Mastery has to deal with reaching a level of knowledge that allows the students to feel as if they truly understand and have been successful in the knowledge acquisition process. Knowledge acquisition is key to helping students to feel confidence and, at the same time, to realize what their interests are in and potentially turn what they are good at or their interests into future careers. So what do the experts have to say on the topic of mastery with regards to authentic assessment? Well, in 1993, Grant Wiggins authored an article entitled Assessment, Authenticity, Context, and Validity. In this article, Grant Wiggins goes into much detail regarding mastery and how it can be accomplished. One essential detail regarding mastery that must be articulated clearly is transference, and the idea that, for example, hitting a baseball in one context, such as a batting cage, does not equate to success on the baseball field, meaning that just because in a controlled circumstance a student is able to be successful a large percentage of the time, it does not necessarily mean that in the real world they are going to meet the same type of success. Joy Cumming, in her 1999 article, shares with us also that if someone is truly mastered, it is a skill that belongs to the student for life. It is not something that will be easily forgotten, and the knowledge that has been acquired will be able to be transferred, contextualized, and brought forward into different circumstances, regardless of what they may be. Classroom application is a substantial part of my learning process. For myself, the topic of mastery is something that I've never really thought substantially about in the past, especially when it comes to authentic assessment. So, now bringing these two concepts together is very much a new territory in my thinking. In my mind, mastery can very much be accomplished through confidence, giving students the opportunity to practice their skills and assessing them in a way that increases their confidence by allowing them to feel successful. This confidence can come about as a result of allowing students to tutor each other or to just recognize their accomplishments and share these accomplishments with their peers. As a result of this course, my thinking and learning regarding authentic assessment has changed substantially. As a result of the policy analysis, my case study, however, more than anything, the discussions that we've had in the breakout groups have really changed the way that I think about and will be approaching authentic assessment in the future. Some of the things I didn't realize before is how easy it is to incorporate some of these strategies into my learning and teaching. Society is changing very quickly, and the way we assess really does need to keep up with the modern way of thinking and way of learning that our students in the 21st century have. If teachers are not teaching in a way that students are learning and assessing in a way that is representative of that learning, then we are not truly doing justice to our students. The readings that we have done have really done a lot to change and to shape the way I've been thinking. It's been really interesting to marry the theory with the practice and to see how the research that the experts have done has shaped the way that assessment and performance is occurring in our classroom on a regular basis. My final thought is this. Authentic assessment can make a substantial difference in the lives of our students if done properly. If we are able to bring context to real life to the learning, utilize technology and multimedia, encourage higher order thinking skills, and create mastery for our students, then we are going to create healthy, successful students that will lead us to the next generation.